Hello and welcome. So good to see all of you. Just coming from dinner, celebrating sweet friend's birthday. And during dinner, it was sweet to hear this friend say, "I feel like I've landed. Like I'm here. I feel like I'm." And what a sweet moment in our lives to like really give ourselves that gift of allowing ourselves to like just be here. And how sweet that there may be moments that we feel more here than others. So appropriate. And what a gift the moment we find ourselves in. Somehow, with all these appearances and all these options and all that's appearing on the green screen. Hello, loves. Cuddle puddle? I love that color. Yeah. I love a green that says thank you. Cuddle puddle. So we were just talking about you. So sweet. Oh my goodness. All the options that we have. Y'all could have been at Dune right now. Dune. You could have been at Dune. And so sweet that somehow you're here. You're here. And this sweet invitation to notice, not just in the relative sense of here, but in the here-ness of here, how here you are. And to consider that everything about you gets to completely be here just as it is. Everything about our minds in this space. Just take a moment to look around and notice beloveds with apparent minds. Can't know for sure, but for fun. Oh, you probably have a mind. You probably have a mind. And it is only one mind, if we can find a mind in the moment. I love how Byron Katie says, no such thing as new stressful thoughts. We share these uninvestigated assumptions if we're believing them. And how sweet that in this moment, the invitation can be to notice how the reality of you, the vastness, the immediately present aliveness of you already allows for mind to be its full self. To consider that there's a hugeness beyond hugeness of you that has never once had a problem with mind, that has never once had a problem with the strategy of mind or the projection of mind, the powers of mind. Only mind has ever had a problem with mind. Perfectly so. So welcome to have a problem with itself for all eternity. And in that welcome, maybe that eternity fizzes out right now. No mind to be found in the bottomless ease of welcome. To feel into what we call body sensations. And in this moment, together, human beings, allowing ourselves to be soft bellied. And to momentarily scan with awareness and welcome every toe, every finger, every cell. Body totally welcome right now. No part of it needing to change. If we tend to notice energies in a space, subtle energies, also in this moment, recognizing how absolutely welcome. And in the ease of this, how sweet to notice what's available. How sweet to notice what's here. How sweet to notice what's present. It's such a sweet little gift we can give ourselves. I love that we are in a microdosing culture. It's so wonderful and has so many benefits. And the invitation and the context of us coming together here, how sweet to consider a microdose of infinity. A microdose of allowing. Beloved Claudia, there's a little colorful thing right here if you want to sit here. Or you can sit on the floor in front of Patrick with your back against the couch. What would you like? Yeah, cozy, right? There's a little pillow there. So sweet. Thank you, Patrick. Right. It's a snuggle puddle. Cuddle puddle. And that's what's so sweet in a microdose of infinitely allowing all to be as it is. Just for a moment. The next moment, fuck that shit. You do whatever you need to do. Okay. But in this moment, but in this moment, you know, I love, I had a conversation last night with my nephew. So sweet that he's super excited about mental health and spirituality and really living from his heart and empathy. And I'm just like, I'm the luckiest uncle ever. He's about to read The Alchemist. I remember reading The Alchemist. That's so sweet. And we were talking about just mind and its agitation and its sometimes monkey state. And we explored the option of considering, when you try to fix mind with mind, it's like if you have a snow globe and you keep shaking that snow globe. And you can't really see what's inside that snow globe and all the thoughts, like the glitter, just swirling around. But in one moment of being willing to just allow the snow globe to be as it is, without having to fix it or change it or alter it or heal it or dissolve it or annihilate it, everything settles naturally. And the clarity that's always here reveals itself ever more obviously. Oh, it's like, oh yes, so much permission, so much space. And what a snow globe the cosmos is. Every celestial body, all these swirling galaxies, endless event horizons, black holes swallowing black holes, and all in its place. It's like we get familiar with a harmony that has not once been interrupted, a harmony of seamless wholeness of being. And mind gets to be itself, and body gets to be itself, world gets to be itself. And what I love about the option of this harmony is all of a sudden, in the practical application of infinite, ever present, uninterrupted harmony, we have the appearance of available human beings. The power of a vast, loving universe right where we sit. Spontaneous intelligence available to move as us, through us, in us. Speak in, through, as. Available to catch solutions, innovations, creativity, art. Love spontaneously meeting itself. And in the intersection of already the case and a human being occasionally stumbling on its path, we get familiar with all this energy available. It's interesting, we start noticing how much energy we use in attempting to regulate our systems and attempting to alter our minds, all with such good intent, so innocent. All the energy we use in attempting to change the world, fix the world, bring peace to the Middle East, bring peace to the world. Humans reacting, responding, moving innocently, not noticing in a real soft bellied kind of way that peace is this moment. Peace is not something we need to create or wage even. But in the honest willingness to be right where we are, wow, so much is available. So much generosity present, effortless, uncontrived altruism, uncontrived compassion, uncontrived generosity, uncontrived availability and kindness and willingness. We discover, oh, this is already baked in to the goodness that is. So if there's any sense that something really needs to shift in our awareness or in our minds or in our consciousness or in our biochemistry to be who we are as this moment, it's like, is that true? And where's the evidence if anyone imagines that it is true, that a lot of shit's got to change in order to just be the roaring aliveness you are now? Full on spirit as you now. What's someone's favorite word for like the ultimate deliciousness of the cosmos? Effortlessness. Yay. What's another word? Effortlessness. Juicy. I like that too. Juicy, juicy. Flow. Effortlessness. Juicy flow. Effervescent delight. Okay. We need to start a Satsang donut shop and name each donut after these bitches right here. Okay, yes. Effortless, effervescent delight, flow, juicy, effortlessness. That's what you are. That's what's here. Effortless, juicy, effervescent delight, flow as immediate perception. Just as immediate perception. And then it's so sweet. It's like we get to endlessly congratulate each other. Look how good you are at being infinity. Oh, look at you. You're doing wholeness so well. Oh, look at you doing wholeness so well. Mastered it. Mastered it. And before I continue, anyone want to explore something or share something? What's your moment? Could be a question or a poem or an animal sound. Alrighty, love.
Thanks. I love, Ash, how you hold the present moment and, talk about wholeness. It's so nourishing. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you,
and
love.
I'm waking up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
really in trauma about what's happening in the
Right.
world, and I'm trying to hold on to my wholeness and know that that's part of the
Right.
solution. But I really am struggling with what's
Yeah.
going on in the Middle East.
Right.
And I just would love any thoughts, on how to hold
Absolutely.
that. To
Yes.
And my son's headed to Israel in the next couple of weeks,
Uh,
and
uh-huh.
really wants me to come.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just really trying to put that in perspective for myself right
Right.
now.
Right. Thank you so much for bringing that here. Yeah. Just a moment too. And as I hear you, just feeling into all the beloveds on the planet that are in the same space at 4 in the morning, at 2 in the morning, throughout our days. It's one of the things we discover in our willingness to be here, to be human, which is huge. Usually we're dancing around the fire of human, but to stand in the middle of the fire, we recognize that equal to the wholeness and to the isness is the heartbreak. For the love who has not found itself, today I sit and cry. This moment I sit and cry. For the ways that we so innocently haven't recognized, discovered, heard the option of rest, the option of questioning our thoughts, the option of considering that maybe our ideas about each other, our ideas about anything aren't true. The innocence and not noticing and not discovering and not having an education around the recognition that there is no doing anything to anyone but yourself, but yourself. We imagine that we live on a planet, and we imagine that there are all kinds of things on this planet. And it's like the innocence of not knowing that the only world that ever exists is the one right here until it's not. And how we no longer see each other. We just see our own projection. We see our own fear. We see our own monster. We see our own enemy, our own they, our own. It's so heartbreaking and it's so innocent. Mind is the most, forget iboga and ayahuasca, mapacho. Mind is the psychedelic of psychedelics. You put an unquestioned thought on your tongue. You are tripping your ass off, child. You was on a trip. One of the definitions of psychedelia is to see what's not there. And boy, do we see what's not there when we believe our thoughts and don't know that the option. Could you imagine throughout history, beloveds that have been in charge of collective perceptions, perspectives, ideologies, religions? I love the quote, religions are but the footprints of where truth once walked. to consider, oh, is that true? This belief that I have, this idea that I have about something called other, about my safety, about defense, about security. And in the innocence of that overlooking, heartbreaking, the carnage, the innocence. And of course, this is not at all limited to any culture, not at all limited to any, if cosmic cultures are your thing, not at all limited to any species in any space and time. Same uninvestigated assumptions throughout the cosmos until they're not. Doesn't matter realm, doesn't matter density or dimension. To the degree that we imagine ourselves to be separate is to the degree that we imagine everything else to be separate. To the degree that we welcome our own wholeness is to the degree that we cannot help but see that wholeness everywhere. So we cry, and we cry some more, and we cry some more. And then we take responsibility for our own peace. You know, it's like, it was really powerful. And I don't say this as a way to diminish it does the opposite, but some minds may hear this, the limitation of language and my language. Some beloveds may hear this and think, oh, well, do nothing. What if you just, oh yeah, do nothing's gonna solve something. And it's like, try it, beloveds. Have you tried nothing? That's kind of like the one place we haven't gone as a species, is to consider that we don't have to try to solve a problem with the same mind that created the problem. That we don't have to solve suffering with the same suffering that created the suffering. And we discover the option of taking responsibility for what we're contributing to the moment. Are we contributing to the suffering of the planet? And it's okay. This is not about good or bad or the devil or heaven. I mean, that's all. This is about noticing options, recognizing education. That's why I love the word available. You know, it's like when we get to come back to our business, you know, when we're in bed, it's so important to have those crying moments. But if you notice that it's interfering with your capacity to show up for yourself and interfering with your capacity to show up for the life that's here, not the imagined life supposedly somewhere else, then we can just come back to our business. You know, it's like if we're imagining what other people are thinking and how other people are responding and what other people are feeling and what other innocently we're in their business. No available energy here, spontaneous, clear to. And we know what that feels like when we're in other people's business. Lord have mercy. Isn't it insane and infuriating and so sad and ever guessing and ever imagining and all the conversations we have in our heads? And I'm going to say this and they're going to say this and I'm going to do that and it's going to feel this and then it's amazing, wondrous, innocent. And global things, weather things, cosmic things. I love how I love it. Hi, Byron, Katie. I love the noticing of the three businesses: my business, other business, God's business, the universe's business. And we can notice in this moment: am I in God's business? Am I? It's like when we allow ourselves to come home, the war ends. Bless you. The war is over. Not just here, but possibly all over the planet. This planet is not as solid as we imagine it. Cause and effect is but a suggestion on a menu of infinite possibilities. The world that we imagine is taking place maybe isn't. When we are caught up in assumptions of what we think is best for another, or for a civilization, or for the planet, we are in delusion. Consider for a moment. It seems to the mind maybe that it's completely irresponsible, but it might be the opposite. It might be fully responsible to honor the peace of your moment. It's like when someone is suffering, we get to show up as support and clarity and strength and embodied. When the world is suffering, we get to give the hologram of this world a break. We get to take it off the hook. We get to give it space to reveal something else, to appear as something else. And again, we're here as kindness. We're here as support. We're here as a checkbook. We're here as abundance. We're here as availability. We're here as art. We're here as a clear yes. We're here as a clear no. We're here as a spontaneous intelligence that we discover in an ever more obvious way and trust, if we like the word trust for fun, in ever delicious, alive, responsible ways. Oh, yes, this moment knows how to take care of itself. This intelligence knows how to meet itself. And when the war ends here, I like to imagine in the story of things that it makes it that much easier. It's kind of like a spritz in the atmosphere of the collective, where someone on the other side of the globe can immediately, easier to catch. Oh, I don't have to imagine the world that I imagine. I can fully land and fully, oh, it feels like I'm here now. It feels like I'm here now. So it's yes to the heartbreak, and yes to your innate wisdom, noticing when it's appropriate to stop the war with what is, which is the first war of all the other wars. The first fire is an argument with the moment as it is. And then we have defense, separation, and walls, and technologies of war. I wrote a song. I guess I'll share it. just exploring these concepts. I know that ceasefire is like a catchphrase and it's a little controversial and but this song came through not from that space. This is about the fire we all share. You know, it's like when we're on this wisdom path, if we recognize the value of wisdom, we may discover that all the atrocities that supposed others are doing, I could so do. No one's excluded from the possibility of being someone's monster, being someone's oppressor. No one. Vigilance, as Papaji said, till the last breath. Vigilance in the recognition of the education of, how mind works. Oh, look at mind making a religion about that. Oh, look at mind caught up in its own awakened mythology. Oh, look at mind thinking it knows what's best for someone, or thinking it knows what someone needs to learn in order to wake up. Oh, look at mind. So an enlightened tyrant. Innocent. That's what minds do. And mind never needs to stop that. That's how it attempts to justify its existence. But you, not touched by the medicine, not touched by the poison, not touched by time, not touched by the world, you sees. May we evolve to that place where we get really curious, examining our minds for that spark, for that fear in us, learning how to not live our lives like a terrorist, taking responsibility, 'cause that be taking care of us. Trauma shit is real and that stank got a hold of us, making us imagine that it's paramount that we don't trust. Vulnerability and a beauty is left in the dust, till all that seems effective are violence and guns. Ceasefire. Why is your mind so flammable? Thoughts eating thoughts like cannibals. Show us your palms, baby, let it go. Baby, let it go. Ceasefire. A world full of fists doesn't fly no more. Freedom is not what you're fighting for. All you're defending are your wounds, baby, let it go. Baby, let it go. Dancing around the fire, 'cause we swear you'll be taken now. Crushed by the burn in your chest, so you stomp it out. But all you do is pour gasoline on this thirsty ground. Give yourself the water you've been craving, baby, cry it out. Fire in your mind turns to fire in your hands, turns to fire in your arms, till the innocent are dead. Then it's fire in the child that sees mommy on the floor. And if that fire isn't loved, it becomes another war. If that child isn't loved, it becomes another war. Ceasefire. Why is your mind so flammable? Thoughts eating thoughts like cannibals. Show us your palms, baby, let it go. Baby, let it go. Ceasefire. A world full of fists doesn't fly no more. Freedom is not what you're fighting for. All you're defending are your wounds, baby, let it go. Baby, let it go. Ceasefire. Let it Breathe, let it heal, air it out. It's time to feel. Let them breathe, let them heal, air it out. It's time to heal. Let them breathe, let them heal, air it out. Time to heal. Let them breathe, let them heal, air it out. Let them time to feel. Lord have mercy, if as a species we finally learn how to heal, we finally learn how to feel. Finally learn how to feel. Oh, thank you, Les, for that. Share that song. Thank you, Len, for. Thank you. I did. Thank you. Gosh, we love each other so much. This moment loves each other so much. That's why it gets so crazy when we don't notice that, when we overlook that distortion. Anyone else have something to share? Mm-hmm. Yes, you go one step further, beloved.
I'm normally very much in a place like you. I don't get much involved with anything. But last night I happened to watch the second part of Oscars. And when the short documentary were shown, there was one which was about a city in Ukraine. And they only show like 10-second snippets.
Yes.
And I see that and it's like, oh my gosh. And then I ask myself the other question, do I contribute to that by not doing anything? Can
So
you help me with
good.
that?
I'd love to share more. Well, I just want to clarify, it's not about not being involved. So coming home in the moment to yourself, it's taking responsibility. You know, it's like, goodness gracious, these events are not just happening by themselves. These are that proverbial tsunami from the butterfly wing of individuals not taking responsibility for their own peace. When you take responsibility for your own peace, the merit of that, if we want to talk merit, which I don't, not a word I use, but when you read the beautiful Dzogchen Buddhist texts, the merit of recognizing the value of awakening, knowing the truth, discovering oh, the self-releasing reality of mind and the stability of what mind appears in, the aware intelligence we are. We no longer are participating in the innocence of this war. Does that? And then what I love about that, why I like the word available, is because you're fully involved in your own authentic way that doesn't need to look like anyone else's. Your way. You're here. Does that clarify something for you? In your way, whether it's activism, whether it's an activism from a whole other space. Can you imagine activism where you're not seeing this side as the victims and that side as the monsters, and this side as the bad guys and that side as the good guys and this side as the bad. It's not, there's no bad guy and good guy. It's the innocence of not knowing mind and how mind works. And it's only mind at war with itself. Doesn't matter whether it's another country or a reptilian race, or you pick your favorite evil draconian race. It's just mind. And that's what mind does. But you're not mind. Or not just. You are also bottomless compassion, bottomless love. bottomless freedom, the intelligence of that creates worlds upon worlds upon worlds, right where you sit, just as you sit. Who knows how this is going to reveal itself using the appearance of your life, using your flavor of intellect, using your gifts and talents, known and unknown, using your resources. Who knows? It's not up to any of us to decide. Again, that's going back to mind. This moment, there have been beloveds on this planet. There are many beloveds that we can find example of who in them, let's say we have the image of the activist, more like a Jesus throwing over the tables, and then you have beloveds like Ramana Maharshi, who so natural and effortless for him to just sit and shine and speak and pet Lakshmi every now and again, and everything in between, and seasons. Not to say that at any moment Ramana could have gotten up, and who knows? At any moment Jesus could have sat down, and who knows? This moment uses everything about itself to meet itself, to love itself, to support itself, to show up for itself. So it's definitely, if you're hearing that I'm saying don't get involved, that's not at all what I'm saying. Did the song I sing sound like not getting involved? I hope not. It's, who knows? And that's what's so exciting. You're alive right where you stand. Everything about you is available for support, for benefit. And before you lift one finger, the act of stopping the allegiance to mind alters, counteracts every dream of distortion, every dream of supposed misalignment. And the world is free. When you are free, the world is free. The citizens of the world are free. Could you imagine for a moment looking at the world and not looking at it as, oh, poor thing has so much to grow and has so much to learn, and oh, she's in her teenage stage, and she's just, and all the people on the world are just, who's seeing that? Innocent. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that it, but there are options available. Again, to the degree that you imagine yourself to be separate is to the degree that you imagine a world to be separate. And to the degree that you get curious and imagine and sit with and discover beyond imagination the wholeness that is. It's so sweet to look out at the world and see that wholeness. What an encouragement. It's that permission. What's that beautiful Marion Williamson quote that Nelson Mandela shared at his inauguration in South Africa about it's not our darkness that we're afraid of. It's our light, and in our willingness to be our light. Immediate permission for everyone else to be that light. Our willingness to be this peace, the radical peace of all is well. All is well is not a statement limited to one particular lineage or one particular path. That's kind of like one of the golden threads throughout all theologies. All is well, and all is well. and all is well. To feel into the power of that, how available are your hands in that? How available is your heart in that? We don't have to be our own tyrants pushing us down. We don't have to be our own oppressors. Okay, I love when Jim raises his hand. Oh my goodness, but gracious.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Yeah. So I've said effortless.
Effortless.
And I've
Yes.
just been playing with effortless.
I love that you've been.
And I
And has
realized-
effortless been playing with you?
Yeah. And effortless, I mean, we have an efforting ethic
Ah,
that we live under. We were taught an efforting
an
ethic.
efforting ethic.
And that's so not useful.
It's so 10 minutes ago.
What's that?
It's so 10 minutes ago.
And I played with acronyms, right?
Yes, you do.
And the and the ego. I go, oh, the ego, yeah,
Yeah.
is efforting good occurrences. Efforting
Efforting good
occurrences.
occurrences.
So we're always efforting for good occurrences.
And never actually doing it.
Well, yeah. And so God, right?
Yeah.
Good occurs divinely, you know?
Ah,
Acronym of God. Good occurs divinely.
good
And
occurs divinely.
Ego is efforting good occurrences. We're
Efforting
always
good
trying to
occurrences for
efforting
ego.
good occurrences. If it's to be, it's up to me. All this stuff is
Okay.
like, oh my God. Eh.
Right. And then God is
God occurs, or good occurs divinely.
good occurs divinely.
Yeah.
God occurs divinely.
Yeah,
I
good.
love
It's
that.
good occurs divinely. You don't have to do
So
anything.
good.
It just occurs. Good
I
just
love
shows
that.
up.
Yes.
You know, no effort. Huh? How about
Dog. Give
Oh,
us one
dog.
for dog, Jim.
That would be
Divine orderly
goodness.
Divine outrageous goodness.
Oh, now we got to go cat.
What's cat? Platypus. Thank you. Clarity always there. I love that. And if it's there, it's got to be here. Okay. Thank you, Jim. Yeah. So innocent. Ah.
Your poetry and following your thoughts, and I want to just lay it down how my reality looks and tell me if I do something still very weird. For me, all you share is one side of the koan. It's like in breath and out breath, and one of the two is the effortlessness, and the other is that real dedication towards the divine. So it's both. I'm not living in a effortless universe, and I just want to have that you look at that. Is there something in it?
Beloved, beloved, beloved. I'm not living in an effortless universe. How's that like for you?
Well, half, the other half is effortless. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
It's
the yin
both
and yang.
in breath and out breath. And maybe the in breath involves some effort, but it's good effort. I actually love effort.
Well, that's what's
If
so
it's
interesting.
dedicated.
Well, that's what's so interesting. It's kind of like, I also love how Byron Katie says there's only two ways to do anything. One is in peace and one is in stress. And it's okay if you're doing something in stress, but there's other options available, One thing that I love in recognizing, my experience, when I say every atom in its place, I ain't trying to be poetic. It's like every thought in its place. It's like this moment, just my direct experience, this moment is itself effortlessly. An effortlessness that includes every dance of efforting, not an opposite, not a dualistic, this one and that one, and sometimes this one. It's like, oh, and giving ourselves permission to be with the snuggle we're already in. Yeah. Yeah, this wholeness all serves, everything serves. And life is so clear, it's showing us, oh, now time to run to the flight. Oh, now time to, you know, yeah, this moment responds to itself and shows the way so clearly. Oh, now this. Oh, now this. Oh, now rest. Oh, now a 40-minute Ikaro. Oh, now this. Oh, now email. Oh, now conversation. This moment. Trustworthy. The intelligence that you are, trustworthy. The wholeness that you are, trustworthy. Hmm. Anyone else want to share something? You have a few moments left. Or anyone want to sing a song? A Miller episode? Oh, I'm so honored. So honored.
Should I sing it in the mic?
I would. Beloveds at home would love that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. Let's see. Do you have something to hold the
I can
chicle?
just,
The chicle.
the snifflet.
Oh, look at that. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, yeah, okay.
I got it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jim.
Arrakatingajing.
Anyways, I can contemplate the sky, but clouds make me uneasy. Milarepa, tell me how to meditate on clouds. If the sky is as easy as you say, clouds are just the sky's play. Let your mind stay within the sky. I can contemplate the sea, but waves make me uneasy. Milarepa, tell me how to meditate on waves. If the sea is as easy as you say, waves are just the sea's play. Let your mind stay within the sea. I can contemplate my mind, but thoughts make me uneasy. Milarepa, tell me how to meditate on thoughts. If your mind is as easy as you say, thoughts are just the mind's play. Let your mind stay within your mind. Effervescent delight. Hey!
So effervescent. Clay. I'd love to just celebrate this moment, this aliveness, this one inseparable body of aliveness, of infinity, of humanity. Human being, yes. Human becoming, that too. But mostly human beautiful. Human dreaming, yes. Human awakening, that too. But mostly human beautiful. Mostly human beautiful. So if we can pass the mic and just share one word blessing for the planet, for all that's happening. It's like, and then if we can collectively say, I'll tell you later, I'll tell you later. So we can share one word. Who wants to start? And just pass the mic around.
I'll start with fullness.
Fullness.
Pause.
Pause.
Peace.
Peace. Ketamine Day Weekly. Ketamine Day Weekly. Everybody do that ketamine, yeah.
Release.
Release.
Sweetness.
Sweetness. Love. Atma.
Light.
Stillness.
Delight.
Delight.
All of it.
Oh boy.
Ayahuasca.
Nine, 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 nine. Cacasita la medicina, cacasita la ti ti ti. Satchirananda Jayatman, Satchirananda Jayatman, Satchirananda Jayatman, Hare Om. May all beings recognize the reality of this garden, this bouquet of words, of sharing, of pointings, of the name of this one, this nameless one. And may it become more and more fucking obvious. More and more obvious, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Thank you, love, so much for this time together. So very sweet. I'm in Kauai for the next 3 weeks, but the next Boulder Satsang will be April 1st. I fly in that morning, and so it'll be so much fun to connect again that night. Brazil, yes, and then Brazil, but yeah, April 1st, and then the next one will be sometime like April, whatever the 20s are, whatever Mondays the 20s are. But sorry, one time, two times. I heard the that song goes. Yeah, April 1st and uh, but April 22nd. Okay, yeah, I come in April 21st, so April 22nd is good. I'm just thank you for living satsang. It's so obvious that each of you are beautiful satsang spring, wellspring. If you'd like to leave a donation online, there's links there. And if you'd like to leave a donation in person, you can leave one in that little blue thing over there on the table. Also, let you know with my friend Deborah Silverman, I'm doing 2 retreats in Boulder in September that you can explore if you'd like. The website is 4elements.me, and it's using the 4 elements to amplify, turn up the volume of this aware immediacy that's always here. I do lead one-on-one Aya ceremonies. Yes, there is such a thing. Yes, it's always just one-on-one. And no, but yes, that is also an option. If you are excited about a non-dual lens on the medicine and noticing what's never touched by any medicine, no matter how strong it appears, imaginary medicine for an imaginary disease, it could be really fun to explore that. And you can go to my website, www.asheruiz.com, for more info on that and self-realization mentorship. But I thank you so much. Love you all so much. Thank you. So beautiful. Oh, yes, Clay. That's